Coach Mark Clifford, thanks for coming in today. Appreciate the time. And boxing is always going on. You're telling me it's always going on.
We don't stop.
You got tryouts, things like that going on. Tell me what's going on right now.
Yeah, we got tryouts happening. Sorry. Tryouts that started first day of school, about 63 kids that came out to try out for the team. I've got 20 available spots on my roster, so we've been whittling them down week by week. But we do start day one. I mean, we want to make sure our cadets are in shape, especially our returners are ready to go. First competition was scheduled for September 4th. It looks like they got pushed, so we'll be ready to go in October. But I want to make sure we're in shape, and especially for our females. We're defending the title, so making sure that they're ready to go.
Yeah, that's fantastic. A national championship last year. You're going to get recognized at the football game. Pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's real exciting. I think, to put the girls in front of all of the cadet wing, all of Colorado Springs that's excited about Falcon football, but also get to see other schools, like other teams that are doing really well, and our women's team that's won it for the first time in Academy history, I think is phenomenal. So it's great that we're able to recognize them at the football game this weekend.
What do you look for when these cadets are trying out? What exactly are you looking for? I mean, obviously, you yourself was a knockout puncher, but there's more to boxing than that.
Yeah, I mean, if you knock somebody out, you're pretty much on the team. So we wouldn't have taken you. That's okay. I mean, you got some other skills. No, I think, the main thing I'm looking for is potential and coachability. Majority of our kids have never touched a glove, let alone been punched in the face. And so if they're able to pick up some of these skills pretty quickly and when I can see the potential in them, I've got a couple of years to get them before we put them in front of, other competition outside of youth office. So it's really potential and coachability. If you listen to what I say and can implement what we're trying to get you to implement, that goes a long way in our gym.
63 trying out. I think that's a large number. That's got to be a good thing, bode well for boxing.
It goes great. I mean, I think the hard part is trying to find what we need, right? We need different weight classes, and sometimes we get the kids that are interested, which is great, right? I can put them on the roster, put them on the depth chart, and see how they do from Friday night to move themselves up the depth chart. But outside of that, I think it's just a matter of people are excited about boxing. They're excited about what Academy boxing is all about. Try to bring national championships, and we have a national championship mentality in our gym, and it's 100% all the time. And so I think hopefully cadets gravitate towards that and want to be at the tip top of where we are in terms of the NCBA.
The men did not get the national championship last year, but you're always in the hunt. What's it going to take to get both teams to come back with the championship?
Yeah, pulling out a third place with one guy winning a championship is pretty big. We had a couple of guys that made it. TK, Thomas Kessinger, got silver, and I've had him for 3 months boxing before he went to the national championship tournament. So I think we've got some potential, but we're young. And I have a handful of young men that are coming back that have been to the tournament, so seeing what it's like to compete at regional, see what it's like to compete at the national level. And so that, in terms of experience, I think I'm okay. But we're just young, and I think we just got to build the roster. Like any other team, we got to rebuild. So the hope is I've got 4 returning women coming back. All 4 national champs are coming back, 6 total from the team of 8. I'm looking, optimistically about what we have. And then males, it's just a matter of, who bubbles to the top and can we find a gem and someone that's out there, like you said, knocking people out, or at least, doing what it takes to get that W at the end of the night.
How important is it to get to be punching someone else rather than, your teammates, because you said it may have been canceled September 5th, but you're always working to get some competition?
Yeah, I think it's we get tired looking at each other in the gym. You start to pick up tendencies of opponents or people around your weight class. And sometimes if you're good enough in your experience, it becomes easy and you're not pushing yourself as hard as it is. But if you have competition to look forward to, you're looking at somebody across the ring that's not wearing Air Force Blue. Everything heightens, right? Those lights shine a little bit brighter. The crowd noise gets a little bit louder. The intensity is increased. And so now it's time to perform. And I think all of our team looks forward to that because, when it comes down to it, you're in the gym, you're boxing and sparring with your teammate. Yeah. It's fun, but it's not, that elevation that we're looking for in terms of, hey, man, let's go out there and really compete and see what we're made of.
Yeah. Coach Cliff, thanks for the time. Have fun celebrating that championship on Saturday.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you guys, always.